All right, here I am again. I got it's a day late, but you know what? I gotta work. Doing recap of NXT on Tuesday, and show started out. It was supposed to be a qualifying match for the NXT title, which is happening next Tuesday. Joe Hendry is one of the concurrent opponents. He's laid out in the back. Um, The Evolved Boys were there, and she said, "Hey, we didn't see him. We found him like this. His opponent was one of them." And they go, "Okay, we'll do it." So they had to start out a different match because hey, subject to change. Hey, that's our name, and it does happen like that. So we get the NXT Tag Team Championship with Dark State defeating OTM. Great match. And then towards the end, like every tag team you think came out, and they're gonna do they're gonna do something with all these tag teams and everything. I probably eventually here in the next few weeks, I'm guessing. Um, then they show a little recap of last week with Blake Monroe and Nikita Lyons, Thicky Lyons. Oof. She's getting better in the ring, which is good. But she took on Miss Parker, Jada Parker, as great showing, and Miss Parker did get the win, which is good. Great match to set up. Second match coming up there. Um, then they had a backstage segment with was it here? Elo LaFleur, Travion Heights, and Eli Knight talking about their loss the week before. And then Lexus King, Stax, and Andre Rodriguez interrupted it because the next match they had for, uh, let's see here. Oh, eventually, wait a minute here. A match later on that day, that night, was going to be Travion Heights and Lexus King, but they had a whole bunch of backstage stuff promoting everything. They had the Elegance brand from TNA talking about their tag team championship that's coming up next Tuesday. The tag team with Sol Rocco um, and Zarya. It's looking, I don't know. They've done it a few times where they had going back and forth, and Solruka's not there for whatever reason. I don't know if they're still going to break these guys up or not. I'm not sure, but it's hinting towards that. And it's like, you wonder what I'm doing. I got notes here to make sure I get everything. So, yeah, I'm doing notes. Let's see here. Of course, Ethan Page trying to get in ahead of Miles Bourne. That's something's going to happen like that. And then the Vanity Project, that's the boys from Evolve. The group, one with the Evolve, the men's Evolve champion. He's part of it. He's going to be in the ladder match because Joe Hendry, they're not sure. He's not cleared to go, so that's the way they did it. But stated too, if he can make it, Joe Hendry is going to be part of next week's ladder match also. So we have to see, and that'll be determined, of course, by the end of the night. We'll see what happens there because they do at the end of the night. They do it. Let's see here. Dion Lennox and Miles Bourne was the next one up for the qualifier with Dion Lennox making it in there. And I believe Dion Lennox is part of the Dark State. Great group. Good one. Ethan Page went out there to mess on with Miles Bourne afterwards, and wanted to having used a belt, North American Championship belt, to hit his opponent. that did happen. He got, rolled up, whatever. So shit happens, but then he got pissed at Ethan Page and he smacked him with his title and said, "Hey, that's what you wanted me to do." I think this is, of course, setting up a match between the two. Undoubtedly, maybe Ethan Page loses his title. I'm not sure. He could. I mean, and we could see him on Saturday. I don't know. They haven't it's finalized uh, the people for that. All right, and then Tony D comes in there and another backstage. He is going to be on NXT next Tuesday to explain himself. And Ava said, "Do not get involved with that ladder match. You probably will because she said not to. And when somebody tells you not to, as everybody does, they want to." I'm guilty of that sometimes too. All right. Yes. And then the next matchup was Lexis King, and then backstage there's a group that is um sorry, but Lexis King. He's talking to other people in NXT that they have a connection with their father. Just one generation. It's the second generation. I think so. I have to double check in that. But they're getting a group together because he was talking to everybody. I mean, it's interesting. I have to look into more of this to figure out everybody he's associated with, of the connection and everything, and I'll figure that out so I get better on that for everybody, so I understand a little bit more myself. Not watching a few weeks, it kind of does it to you. Next up, Lexi King defeated Tavion Heights by pinfall. This is the second match because the speed match, Tavion Heights pinned him in like 8 seconds, so it's like he's got kind of revenge. They might probably will have another one. It always works. 3 times is a charm. Somebody's going to win off, and we'll see how it goes there. Next up, we had Thea Hale defeating Zarya by pinfall, which was a surprise pinfall, but it helped when the North American Women's Champ got taken, jumped from behind by Easy by Tatum Paxley going after Easy Team, and they ran through the ring, kind of distracted everything, and then Thea rolled her up, got the victory and everything. I thought it was real good. And then the last qualifier was a newcomer from Evolve, Cano Carver, big old boy, taking down Andre Chase to be the last person set for the title. So let's see here. Do they have everybody that is going to be there? What did I do? Shiloh Hill, Lennox. I have to look up to see exactly. But they said everybody that was in the match comes out and just wreaks havoc on everyone. And all the competitors that come out, I'd have to look up to see who is in the ladder match. That's the bad part. I had to find out so I can tell you. And I can't find it at the moment with everybody that's coming out. So that all happens, and then Joe Hendry does make his way back in, puts his foot in. He is going to be in The match for next Tuesday, Kevin Carter, who qualified today, took everybody out and everybody was laid out. I think there's 5 or 6. I have to double check. I think probably 6 guys that are going to be in there. Um, going to be a hell of an NXT. There are 2 championship matches. They're going to determine the TNA women's title. Probably not going to change hands, but it'll be good. But this also could contend the story of Sol and that them breaking up. It could be. It's been hinted, God, for a while. We'll see what happens there. It could be fine. Silver and Zarya going 1-on-1 against each other. That'll be a good one. And then they're going to have the ladder match to determine who's going to be the next NXT men's heavyweight champ there. Would I like Joe Henry to have it? Yeah, who wouldn't? But don't believe that's going to happen because he's going to be up on the main roster here soon. I wouldn't doubt it. Ricky Sainz could get the title again. That would be fine. I don't know. I think that would be the 2 people that I would give it to because some of the young guys, I don't know if they're ready yet from Evolve. They're good, but maybe they're not totally ready yet. So they got to have a good, solid leader like Ricky Sainz to actually carry it. We'll see how it goes. I could be wrong. I could be Joe Henry, but those 2 are my top picks for getting this title next week. So I'll be watching it. I got to figure out my schedule. I got to watch. I'm going to do this again. So, let me know what you thought of NXT. I thought it was a good, solid show because I love it. Make sure to watch Evolve because a lot of these new guys that have come up are from Evolve. Great. And I said, we have our good friend of the podcast, Lainey, that's in there. We're hoping that she's going to be at NXT soon. God, I hope so because she would be fucking awesome in there. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed NXT. This is a day late because I couldn't watch it Tuesday because I was working. So, Jesse will be streaming live on Saturday for the Royal Rumble. I will join him, and I might do a recap afterwards, something like that, or I'll do a recap with him or something like that. I don't know. But if I don't join him, I will do a recap of the Royal Rumble, what I thought, and the win and losses there. And then, of course, I'll be back Monday, and hopefully I'll be next Tuesday, probably next Wednesday. I'll do this again and have some fun. So, thank you for watching this. If you comments, questions, whatever, let me know. I don't know one guy that was reviewing other ones. I'm going to have to get on his stuff and check out his videos too. Thanks for watching it. So, until Saturday, and then until Monday, we'll talk to you later.